Question number 1. Shingles is caused by which of the following? Option A, varicella zoster. Option B, herpes simplex. Option C, cytomegalovirus. Option D, none. So, the correct answer for this question is option A, varicella zoster. Shingles, also called as herpes zoster, is a painful skin rash. Shingles is caused by the reactivation of varicella zoster virus, the same virus which causes chickenpox. So remember, infection by varicella zoster in childhood causes chickenpox, and the reactivation of the same virus in adulthood causes shingles. Moving on to question number 2. Burkholderia cepacia is resistant to which of the following drugs? Option A, ceftazidime. Option B, trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole combination. Option C, temocillin. Or option D, cefotetan. The correct answer for this question is option D, cefotetan. According to an international research paper published by Dr. Syed Faisal Mahmood, B. cepacia is organism of low virulence and is a frequent colonizer of fluids used in hospitals. Based on phenotypic and genotypic analysis, B. cepacia is divided into 9 genomovars that constitute the B. cepacia complex. B. cepacia are intrinsically resistant to a wide range of antimicrobial agents, including aminoglycosides, polymyxin, first and second generation cephalosporins, and carboxypenicillins. However, antimicrobial agents that are effective against B. cepacia also exist, and these include meropenem, ceftazidime, piperacillin, temocillin, and trimethoprim sulfamethoxazole combination. So, B. cepacia is resistant to cefotetan in the following options which are given. Moving on to question number 3 is urea breath test is used for the diagnosis of option A, H. pylori, option B, Campylobacter jejuni, option C, E. coli, or option D, Lactobacillus. The correct answer to this question is option A, H. pylori or Helicobacter pylori. The urea breath test is a rapid diagnostic procedure which is used to identify infections caused by Helicobacter pylori. The test is based upon the ability of H. pylori to produce an enzyme which is known as urease, which converts urea to ammonia and carbon dioxide. Please look at your screen and I'll explain to you the principle of urea breath test. In urea breath test, the patient drinks a solution of urea labeled with non-radioactive C13 isotope and then blows into a tube. If H. pylori urease is present, the urea is hydrolyzed and labeled CO2 is detected in breath samples by mass spectroscopy. So, urea breath test is very popular these days for the diagnosis of H. pylori. Moving on to question number 4. Hyperacute graft rejection occurs after how much time? A. 24 hours. Option B, 2 weeks. Option C, in minutes. Or option D, years. So, the correct answer to this question is option C, in minutes. Hyperacute transplant rejection occurs almost immediately and is often evident while you are still in surgery. It is usually caused by accidental ABO blood type mismatching of the donor and the recipient, which almost never happens anymore because of the extensive screening processes. Other types of rejections include acute onset and chronic onset. Acute onset occurs within a few weeks to months, and chronic onset takes from months to years. So, you now know that hyperacute graft rejection occurs within minutes. So, with this we come to the last question of today's MCQ series. Question number 5 is Australian antigen for hepatitis B is option A, HBsAg, option B, HBeAg, option C, HBdAg, and option D, HBVAg. So, the correct answer to this question is option A, HBsAg. Option A, HBsAg, is also known as Australian antigen is the surface antigen of hepatitis B virus. It indicates current hepatitis B infection. It is the first marker to be elevated and indicates the onset of infectivity. It is also used to calculate the prevalence of infection in a population and hence is used as an epidemiological marker. Whereas option B, HBsAg, is a marker of active viral replication and high viral infectivity. On your screens, with the answer is given a table or a diagram which shows the various markers and when they rise. Please have a look at it. So with this we come to the end of today's MCQ series. I hope you all liked the video and it was very useful for you. Please, if you liked the video, drop a like, share and subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thank you.